Hello. So today we have a very interesting question. It asks how to get favorite things in next birth. So let's start with basics. Before answering this question, I will address the entire mechanism of how the planning and how the probability of how we receive things in this life and the past lives through my experience in regressing so many people. There is a complete pattern to the madness because we feel things are random. It is random in a way, but I will show you. Let me elaborate in detail. So let's start with basics. Whatever you are labeling as your favorite things, whatever, now you have already received in this life from your past life's favorite thing checklist. Not necessarily your immediate past, but comprehensively aggregating all the past lives together. Now, let's imagine that the entire existence that we speak about, whenever we call God or whatever, whomsoever we speak to the universe or in our subconscious mind, higher being or whatever, let's call that big online store from where everything is occurring, we receive or give. Let's call it God card. Fine. Now, as we desire things in life, it could be like usually let's take a material, anything material like an iPhone or a car or a house. It's not actually the material that we are desiring. We are trying to desire an experience out of it because existence is again it's not personally interested in what time we are living in, but what we are experiencing out of it. The existence doesn't know about 16 Pro Max. Existence doesn't know about a Mercedes. Existence doesn't know about a new apartment in New York. Existence just cares about the experience that you wanted to witness while you have that object in your hand. Okay, like the person that we desired, whatever whatever order, whatever could be your favorite thing. Now, anything is an experience eventually. Because once you have that thing with you, want to experience some benefits out of it. You want to experience joy. You want to experience some kind of a particular emotion. Now, right, now whatever we call life is just reaction to things, starting from your parents as you were born. Now, which parents did you choose? Which country? Which time? Which situation politically? Which neighborhood? What school did you go to? Which college did you plan? Which courses did you prefer? What friends did you find at those places? And what job you are doing? What businesses are you doing? Your diseases, if something you have some kind of a disease, poverty, the amount of economic. So these are just being thrown at you. And you are just reacting to all these situations. And the summation of all these reactions is what we call as life. Because on a day-to-day basis, you will realize that whatever we call life is just reacting to things around us. It could be people, it could be a job scenario, it could be a situation in your life. We are just reacting to things and people. As a family, you're reacting to your parents, your spouse, your partner, your children, your grandchildren, your great grandparents, just situations around. And summation of all of this is what we call as life. Now, in this mall that we referred to earlier as God card, now all emotions are guaranteed. It will be delivered because it's guaranteed by God. But, but the only uncertainty is the time. We don't know the sequence of delivery, nor the place, nor the time when it will be delivered at in which life. Now that's the biggest hurdle. Because anything we call as favorite because we want something happening at a particular time. It's not about when is it delivered, because let's imagine like you desire certain thing, you want to have your favorite food but I will tell you, you place an order, but when I will deliver, by that time that your favorite thing might not be your favorite anymore. That could have changed over time. Just imagine, people fall in love. In the case of love marriages, they choose person X. Now, over time, they spend some time with that person. They felt the marriage or whatever the relationship is not going well, and they don't want to separate now. Now, that separation, why did it happen? They were favorite to each other. They chose themselves. They were not forced upon. It was a love marriage. So why do they want to separate now? Because what has happened as time has passed. Now that's what time does to your favorite thing. And it's bound to happen for each and everything that you desire in the form of object or emotions over time. There are no exceptions. Now what happens is, now what's your top priority right now? Do I decide in which life what will I get? Now whatever your top priorities right now, that whatever you want to do as a professional, as a relationship experience, as a health experience, as a monetary experience, as a research experience. Now what happens is, if your tendencies are very, very strong in this life, quite likely, again, there are probabilities, quite likely you will start from a similar tendency in the next life. But that's not guaranteed, because post death, again, there will be a review mechanism in which there could be tendencies which are higher in priority than what you desired in your immediate past life. So that can take over that other tendency, and the tendency that occurred in the immediate past, that could be bypassed. For example, let's take again the case of that love marriage example. Now you preferred person X in that life. Now what happens is, now you would have already also desired a person Y in some other life. Now while you were in relationship with that person X, that person Y popped up. So what happened is, that person Y took a precedence over person X, and you chose to leave that person X and then pursue your next life with person Y. Now that's the problem, that we don't know the sequence, and for most of us, the sequence of that favorite thing and time when it will happen is unknowable. It's not known, and it's bound to happen with everything. It doesn't matter what you desire, how strongly you desire, it will lose value over time. And that's what we eventually talk about enlightenment or liberation or moksha, that I don't want anything anymore. Because that is bound to give you pain. Because whenever you see a favorite thing, that favorite thing comes with a lot of terms and conditions. We don't want to see those terms and conditions. An enlightened person is one, while he's asking his favorite thing, he already knows the terms and conditions. The level of setback that person will go through is quite less compared to a normal person. Even he will go through setbacks, but there'll be no suffering in that case. So, in short, you will always get your favorite thing. The problem is the sequence, and the time is literally unknowable. And one more interesting thing is, now, whatever favorite thing that you want in your next life, you are going to experience in the form of physical body. You want a body of a man or a woman to enjoy, experience whatever you desire. Now, not only you, even your parents need to have that favorite thing in their destinies, so that all three of you can come together, so that, because there'll be a biological process happening between your parents that will manifest you as a physical being, so that you are given a particular situation in your next life. Imagine you want to take birth in a time and place where there are no for example, there are no diseases anymore. For example, there are no For example, fossil fuel, there is no pollution. So you will choose accordingly a parent in that lifetime, maybe 1,000 years from down the line, who will give you that atmosphere, that environment where you will grow up. So if all these three, it has to be a favorite of three creatures, three beings in order for you to manifest that favorite thing. So there are a lot of complexities, but there is a kind of a pattern if you see in that entire madness. I hope you got your answer. Thank you. Bye.